Hey, what's going on, family? How y'all doing today, man? This is AK International coming at you guys live, man. Come to talk about all Trump's BS that's going on, man. It's a lot. It's a lot to get through. It's a lot that's going on. Yes, sir. Well, anyway, we're gonna start off talking about the thing up there in Harvard, up there in Harvard University, man. You know, he tried to get it to where they couldn't get with the enroll no international students. Basically, federal judge ruled against Trump trying to stop Harvard from enrolling international students into Harvard. So I don't know. I don't understand why you worried about what students is going to Harvard and what students ain't. It just don't make no sense to me that you trying to stop this school from enrolling the kids into Harvard. It just don't make no sense to me. He always got some BS going. I don't know. I don't know why. Well, I know why. You trying to stop these black kids from enrolling in Harvard. That's really what you're trying to do. Anything that got to do with the black people is trying to stop them from getting an education, trying to stop them from getting money, trying to stop them from whatever he can. You know what I mean? So I don't know why that is. It's over 6,000 students that go to Harvard. And the students go to Harvard that come from all around the country. Students come from everywhere to go to Harvard University, and he's trying to stop the international students. Why would that be? I mean, we all could see right through what he got going and what he's trying to do, trying to make that school end up closing down with not enough enrollment. That's the only thing that I could get out of that. And and the judge they took it to court, and the judge put a temporary hold on restraining a temporary restraining order, stopping the government just before graduation. These kids is getting ready to graduate, and and they gotta go. People got to go through all this kind of stuff to fight to make sure that these kids can enroll in Harvard University. I guess a lot of people come from Harvard. He don't lie. Kamala Harris and folks like that come out of Harvard. There's been a lot of people that come out of Harvard that got good educations, and it seems to me that he just want to dummy down the country. That's what it seems like to me. You know, and right before graduation, bringing some relief to the student faculty. Called they told Harvard if they did not put a list together and and company within 72 hours. No, I'm sorry, and comply within 72 hours. They was not going to be able to enroll any international students. So you bring this to these people, and basically you telling them to respond within 72 hours, or they're not going to be able to enroll no more Harvard students. But good thing the judge put a temporary restraining order on that, to where it's nothing that they could do. The kids could graduate, they could keep enrolling other kids in school, and it's not messing up these young people's education. International students, and they would force those students there to transfer. So basically, what they saying, if they don't respond within 24 hours, they're gonna force these Harvard students to transfer up out of Harvard, all the international students. Now, what's the bill? It's crazy. why would you want them to transfer out of Harvard? You want them to transfer to Harvard to go to some white schools, or you want to go have them to transfer from Harvard to get a lower education? Stuff of that nature. It just don't make no sense. He's spending time wasting time on these kids and stuff. And when people are out here starving to death and needing some type of relief to pay their bills, to get food, to take care of their kids, to whatever it may be. Folks is out here trying to make things happen, and you worried about these international students enrolling in Harvard because it's a black school, which don't make no sense to me. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. I don't know, man. Just a waste of time and the gaslighting and trying to throw stuff out there, see if it stick, so y'all could do what y'all doing in the background, raping the country out of this cash. But I'm gonna show you a lot of things, and you're gonna be able to see where I'm going with all this. Is everything is mess it all up, demise it, and then just destroy everything and get your paper and make sure that you and your friends, your billionaire friends, and all that stuff is getting money. Because believe me, they're not stopping getting their money. They for sure getting their cash. It's not stopping them from nothing. But everybody else is affected, but it's not affecting them. And yeah, people, and whoever comes in does not subscribe, I appreciate it. If you like, share, comment, subscribe, I greatly appreciate it. And another thing, man, I appreciate everybody that is subscribed to me, for hanging in there with me, through my little BS when times that I'm not up here talking about this stuff. So I want everybody to know that, man, it's nothing but much love. I appreciate y'all, man. AK International. And then we're gonna go on and move on to another subject, man. Trump set up with the South African president and lied about what was going on in his country, in this man's country. You gonna sit down with this man and tell him what's going on in his country. In the cold part, the South African dude, the president, he just sat there, was like looking like, well, I'm gonna have to find out where that is. I don't know where that is. So it's crazy how another president from another country gonna come over here and you're gonna tell them what's going on in the country. And yesterday, and said that it was genocide going on there with white South African farmers, showing graves, showing these grave sites. He's sitting up showing these grave sites with over 1,000 grave sites with all these crosses sitting up here and talking about, yeah, man, there's genocide going on and it's bad out there, and all the white South Africans is getting killed, all this stuff they're talking about. There's nothing being done about it. Then they ask him, like, well, what you gonna do about it? He talking about he don't know. But all this stuff don't do nothing but go right back to Elon Musk, because he mentioned his name 2 or 3 times about how he got friends from South Africa and stuff like that, trying to act like the black people is down there killing them, taking their land, which is a lie. Like I say again, it's a land grab. And I know I'm regurgitating part of what I said in another video, but the thing about it, this subject keeps coming up, which we all know is BS, that what he's talking about. And then about he said it was over 1,000 white farmers in them graves, But you worried about these white South Africans, but you wasn't worried about the African people when the apartheid was going on, when they was down there stealing land, slaughtering people, genociding people. We didn't hear nothing about that genocide We didn't hear you talking about, oh, something's got to be done. You don't want to see people getting killed. You wasn't going through all that then. You wasn't worried about it then when they stole all that land from them black folks. You didn't worry about none of that. When I think it's like 87% of white Africans got all the fertile land with the farms on them. And then now you want to say that they being genocide because it's something that Elon Musk wants down there. That's all that is. And you want some of their natural resources, but you talking about this genocide with these white South Africans. But you, like I say, you wasn't worried about the black ones with all that genocide, and you talking about a few thousand, which is a lie. Talking about a few thousand white South Africans got killed. That's a lie within itself. And taken from their forms. But we're gonna get on down to it. And Trump know that here go the kicker right here. And Trump know that those were not burial. It is something symbolic. You know it's not a burial ground for white South Africans. It was a burial. These were not burial grounds. It's something symbolic for protesters and of the crimes and murders, and they did not have to do with farmers land holding out. So basically, I know I said that kind of screwed up, but basically what they saying is that was something symbolic that the people do from the people that got killed out there in South Africa. But we keep talking about South Africa, but I'm gonna get down to the point in a minute. But you trying to make it look like these is all white people that then got white farmers that got killed. Most of them white farmers that own them farms, guess what? Most of the people that work in farms is black people. It's not the white farmers. Yeah, they own the farm, but it's black people that's working in farms. It's just like cotton fields. When black people was out there picking the cotton, the white man owned it, but who worked it? So don't tell these lies about thousands and thousands of white Africans as being genocide out there, which is a lie, where you showed over 1,000 graves with these white crosses up on them. And like I say, that was something symbolic that the protesters do for the people that have been killed and things that didn't happen down there in South Africa. I mean in Africa, not South Africa. But he's trying to say this is South Africa, okay? And out of 36% of the people that got killed, that far as farmers and stuff like that, is none but seven of them was white. 7 out of 30%, 36%, it was 7. Because like I said, the black people, the one that worked in farms. So the lies that this dude is telling, it just don't even make sense. You can't make it make no sense. But I'm still getting to the point. I'm still getting to the major point right here. And once the research, this stuff been researched, and the pundits then already researched and got the information on what's going on down there. Okay, and this is what they had to say. And once the research was done, come to find out that the photos was what had happened in the Congo. All of the photos he had. So he had all these photos sitting up here with this black African president trying to say that all this stuff is happening down in South Africa in his country. All them photos y'all seen, all them grave sites y'all seen, all that was stuff that happened in the Congo. If you look back in the Congo some years back, you'll find them same photos. But you lying trying to say that these things happen in South Africa. Why? Because you want them natural resources and all these other things and all these American businesses that's down there and stuff like that. You want to go rape these people for their stuff. And like I said in another video previously, not just recently, but previously to this one, every time they want to go in a country, they always come up with the same old story about how somebody's down there killing their own people, that is genocide going on down there. Now, all them graves that you seen in the Congo, I didn't see you running down to the Congo to try to help and stop that genocide of all them black people that was being killed. Them wasn't white farmers in them graves. Them was black people from the Congo. But you claim you don't want to see people get killed. Just a bunch of BS, man. It's tiresome, family. Just all the lies and the conning and the misleading things that he be having going on just don't make no sense. Just don't make no sense. And like I said, all the photos he had came from the Congo. Then the real reason why he did that, one, because Elon Musk wanted him to uh, he wanted him to go over there. Elon Musk wanted him to go over there and give those white folks a free citizenship to come to America. And a lot of this stuff is just lines. This part of the stuff and the other stuff about reasons to go over there. All these is things that I'm just lining up and reading between the lines. Now all of a sudden you got 50 some white South Africans that came over here to get citizenship on that land deal, that JD Vance invested in and the white South Africans invested in. Let's just tell the truth and be real about what's happening. We get tired of hearing all the lies spewed that you putting out about, oh, these people are killing their own people. Such a lot. Such a lot. And I'm not really asking nobody to believe me. I mean, just look it up. Just look it up. It'll show you what them grave sites is in the Congo, not South Africa. All these thousands of deaths, like, oh, he just don't know, like he's so concerned, blowing smoke up folks' ass and think they're gonna believe it. But when research is done, then you understand what's happening and where the photos came from. I just want y'all to know that. I just had to go back to that. Just to come to America. And another thing, and to make it look like the Africans is over there killing white people to steal the land and to have a reason to invade. Yeah, you want to make it seem like the black folks is over there killing these white South Africans just to steal their land. And really, if you really look at it, they ain't stealing no land anyway. Say that was going on, which it ain't. But say that was going on, and y'all saying that they over there stealing land. Guess what? That was their land to begin with before y'all came over there with the genocide, killing them and taking all their land. That's why the white South Africans have 87% of the fertile land to even do farming. But like I say, that wasn't no big concern. That was no big concern to them. They didn't care nothing about that. That wasn't nothing they cared about. But now all of a sudden, when they try to make it look like the tables flip, I mean, you got a lot of gall and gumption to even try to even use that for an excuse to even worry about what's going on over there when it comes to white folks, because really they don't even have business over there to begin with. But like I said again, and I'm gonna conclude the part about that part, is because for the simple fact that's not what's happening in South Africa. It's a lie. That's what I mean by when I say all the BS with Harvard, the BS with the white South Africans getting killed, and you trying to get these people to come over here, free citizenship, which don't make no sense to me. And like I say, they just trying to steal all these people's natural resources and trying to cut some type of deals to where they could screw them out or whatever, because you put all these tariffs on them, and they out here to really talk about the trade deal and stuff like that. But you don't want to talk about that. The only thing you want to talk about is what's going on with the white South Africans, and really that's not what's going on. It's all a lie. Okay, now I'm getting ready to move on, family, to this other situation. Last night, Trump hosted his private his private dinner for buyers of his crypto coin Mimi last night for 220 of his biggest backers of Trump's own private cryptocurrency. Okay, did you hear me? I said Trump held a dinner last night for 220 of his biggest buyers of his coin, Mimi, and held this private dinner for his own crypto coin. Okay, like in the last video, as president, you're not supposed to be dealing with all these foreigners. There's a lot of foreigners that's at these dinners. Foreign leaders of foreign countries that you're dealing with to try to get them to buy your Mimi coin. Everything he do, he's getting cash, and the president don't have no business messing with foreign leaders like that, because there's a conflict of interest. It just don't make no sense. But now don't nobody know why different things are being done or different things get given to countries and different stuff like that, because there's a conflict of the president. The president's supposed to be the president of the people, which I don't even call that man that, but he's doing these deals on his private crypto coin currency. So let me show you how this goes. These are investors. Many of them are from outside of the United States. They fork out a lot of money to Trump in order to have a face-to-face with Trump. You hear me? They giving him all this money for these crypto coins, going spending money on all these dinners and giving donations and stuff so that they could get a face-to-face with him. Why do you think they want a face-to-face with him? They want a face-to-face with him because they want something. They ain't just forking out this money because they don't want nothing. They forking out this money because they want something. But you have a face-to-face with these foreign leaders, and things of that nature. In order to cut these backdoor deals, these side deals that we don't know nothing about. That it's not supposed to be happening by law, by constitution, by all that. That stuff is not supposed to happen because it's a conflict of interest. That's like most presidents, every time that somebody becomes president, they have to stop all personal business so it won't get tangled up in something that the people don't know what's going on, because the people are supposed to know what's going on, because this is our country. The president is the president for 4 years. This is our country for life. So that's not supposed to be happening. Money to Trump. And in order to have a face-to-face deal with Trump, just before arriving, Trump posted heading to the crypto dinner in London, Virginia, in a little while. Now you headed to the crypto dinner in London, Virginia for your cryptocurrency. This is where you headed. Now down in London, Virginia, you know he has a golf course down there. And where you think they're holding this dinner at? So you know that they got to spend a lot of money to get up in that golf course and the hotels and all that in order to even have this crypto dinner. That's for one. That's for you to make profit. You profiting off of these people, and believe me, shoot. When you go spend some money on a business deal, you're not spending money not to make no money. You're not spending money not to have some type of deals going on. You know, it sounds like me. It's like pay for play. You know, it doesn't make no sense. And the U.S. will be and then he said the U.S. will be dominating in the crypto Bitcoin, and we are going to keep it that way. Now, you know, now he's saying the U.S. is going to be dominated on the Bitcoin, and we're going to keep it that way. Answer me this: how is the U.S. going to dominate? It's going to dominate on Bitcoin. How? Because what I ask myself and what I ask you: are you making money on Bitcoin, or do you got enough money to even buy Bitcoin? So when he say the U.S. is going to be dominating Bitcoin, who is he talking about? He talking about the millionaires and the billionaires, the folks with all the money, with all the cash. That's who he's talking about. And really, he's talking about him and his family. But you know, we're gonna go on to it. We're gonna go on to it so you can see the whole concept of what I'm getting to. And for the top, Trump said, for the top 25 shareholders, you are invited to a exclusive reception with your favorite president. Plus, it was separately arranged by U.S. by us, VIP by tour for you. So make sure you stay in town. So now what he's talking about is he's telling all these foreign people, all these foreign leaders, like, hey, for his top 25 holders, y'all stay in town because we got something. This is gonna be special going on for you. I'm gonna give you a exclusive private tour in order to and so that he can make money. That's what it's all about. So that he can make money. Because once I invite you down to my golf course and to my hotels, I know that you got to spend money to get in here. I know you got to pay for the hotel. I know y'all gonna write me checks and donations and stuff like that. Plus, you want a face-to-face visit with me. You want a face-to-face visit with me so that uh, we could cut some backdoor side deals. And like I said again, you're not supposed to be doing that as president. That's not how it works. And like I say, and he told them people, make sure you stay in town, because he don't want them to leave, because he know him and his family get ready to make some money. But that ain't no money for America. That stuff ain't got nothing to do with America. That don't have nothing to do with the American people. You know what I'm saying? Don't have nothing to do with the American people. That's right, little ant, man. Just keeping it what it is, man. Keeping it a buck. But when this meat was first arranged, it was read like this. I want y'all to check this out. Here go the crazy part. When this meat was first arranged, it was arranged like this. Now, if it wasn't nothing to hide, when it was first done, this how it was arranged. It said, but when this meat was first arranged, it read like this. For the top 25 investors, it was a White House tour that was specially arranged by the U.S. For the U.S. Okay, now first it was a White House meet. They switched the whole meet from a White House tour and a White House meet to London, Virginia, to go out to his hotel, down to his golf course, and had these private meetings, these backdoor meetings that he do. Like, he was probably cutting down in Mar-a-Lago for years before he even got back in office. That's how all this stuff came about. This 2025 stuff came about because he seen how he could do it and make money. But his lawyers, even his son, and other people advised him, like, you shouldn't do this. Because you know why? Because they know it's wrong to do. It's against the law. It's against the Constitution to do stuff like that. That's right, little ant. That's what's up. You're not supposed to do stuff like this. House tour, especially rain. And then this is another thing he said. I mean, here go another thing. The reason that's different. There's not supposed to be no separation between the president from the presidency. You're not supposed to separate being president and the presidency to something else. You're not supposed to separate that. Once you president, you president. You the president for all, and the people supposed to know what you're doing. Congress supposed to know what you're doing. The House supposed to know what you're doing. Senate supposed to know what you're doing. It's not these backdoor meetings where, oh, I'm gonna go out and party and we're gonna kick it, and I'll come back and play president tomorrow. You know, so by law, it's not supposed to be a difference between from the president and the presidency. And this is personal, and something else is not the impressions. A president for sale is bad for America. So basically, what they saying, I didn't make this stuff up. What they actually saying is a president for sale is bad for America. Basically, they saying that he's selling himself. He's making money through these things, while all of us is what? We out here starving, trying to pay bills, trying to make meals, trying to do everything we got to do, family. It just don't make no sense. Don't make no sense. And it says a president for sale is bad for America, which is true, because anybody think that they could come in and spend some money and get done what they want to do through the U.S., through us, our tax dollars, our money that we spending, all them taxes that you pay every year, all that money that comes out your check, state, federal, all that. They get money for that. And then they turn around and make these deals with these people. Now today they just they said this. This is not a White House dinner. It is not taking place at the White House. It is personal on high personal time. I mean, on his personal time. So basically, they saying that what he's doing is not a White House dinner. Like I said before, it's not what I'm saying. It's what the pundits say. It's what the news say. It tells you this is not a White House dinner. This is something that he's doing on his personal time. You know, when you're president, your time is the people's time. You don't have personal time, and that do not add up. Trump is having a relief. I mean, Trump is having a raffle for his top 25 holders for the Mimi coin that he is profiting on. He's having a personal dinner with his Mimi crypto coin that he is profiting on. That don't have nothing to do with America. But when he first explained it, when he first laid it out, it was supposed to be a White House tour. But now that all that changed, and I keep reiterating that because you know that means everything. And this right here, what they saying is that basically he's having a meeting for him to profit, for him to make money on his cryptocurrency, and he's profiting on off of is not okay because he is personally getting money off of his transaction fees. You know who does that? It ain't been no presidents to do that, to get money off of they transaction fees that for what they doing and making money off of crypto. That's how come. You remember when he came in office last time and he was building that hotel in Russia, and it had to come to a stop because either you be president or either you keep on with your business endeavors. You know, and that's just crazy to me. It just don't make no sense to me. And now he's up in here and he's doing all this. But they put all this stuff together in Project 2025 to make it to where he could do this. And if y'all remember when he said that a president should be able to get charged with anything while he's in office, and then the Supreme Court said that he can't be charged with anything while he's in office. Oh, so is he a president or is he a dictator? This here sounds like dictatorship to me. And then it is less than $1.3 million in fees in the. I mean, it's leased $1.3 million in fees in the week after Trump's first announcement of this dinner, according to the crypto research firm Chain Analysts. Just when he mentioned this was going on, he got at least $1.3 million in fees. This is according to the crypto chain. This is not something I'm making up. This is something that's noted. All this stuff is noted. He made $1 million just by mentioning it. Now think of all the donations that he got, all the checks he got wrote and stuff like that to have a face-to-face. You pay to get in. Once you pay to get in, now you have dinner. You pay for dinner. Now you want a hotel room. You pay for that. If you want to golf, you pay for that. And then on top of that, now you got to pay for a face-to-face dinner with these people. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make it up. And all this is documented. All this stuff this is what the crypto chain said. A crypto chain analyst said. Then you turn around and according to the now I'm quoting people. According to the Wall Street Journal, he is firing ahead with the event with the event over the objective of some of his own aides. So basically he's going on with the event, no matter what his age is talking about. He's going straight ahead with it. I don't care what y'all talking about. They can't charge me with nothing. I'm cool. I'm gonna do this event regardless. Because remember, just a minute ago I told you the Supreme Court said, "Oh, a president can't be charged twice when he's in office for a crime." So his aides and his aides and lawyers who waived entitled who was entitled title shot that he had agreed to it according to the people familiar with the events planned. Trump's own son, Trump. Now listen to this. Even his own son, Eric Trump, was even taken back when he heard about the dinner. So if his lawyers is taken back, if the news pundits is taken back, his own sons is taken back by hearing about the dinner, his aides is taken back when they hear about the dinner. Well, that means that something's wrong. You're doing something that you ain't got no business doing. But you know what? He don't care because, like I say again, he's making money. He ain't got time to hear your rhetoric. I can't be charged. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this cash. I'm gonna rape these people. I'm gonna rape the country. I'm raping everybody for their cash. I'm getting it all while I can get it. That's what I get out of that. And so it was taken back. For those who fork out millions, I want y'all to listen to this. For those who fork out millions, so they did so they can meet the president and they can have a direct line to him and in his ear. That type of access is priceless. This is what the news people saying. This is what they saying. I'm not saying this. They forking out millions of dollars, millions, so that they can have a direct line, get the ear and have a direct line to the president. And that type of access is priceless. You got foreign leaders, you got crypto people, you got business people, you got all these millionaires and billionaires up in here. It's going in here, and the more they donate, the more that they know that they got is here. So just think about how much cash that night bought. That night got him a lot of cash, and this is a personal. This is a personal meeting, nothing to do with the presidency, none of that, not no White House stuff. This is personal. I mean, man, you can't make this stuff up. And this is what's happening. He's in there getting money. That's why he don't care about you. He don't care about how many tariffs he put on these people to make the American people have to pay more for this stuff. He don't care nothing about that because he's going to make billions of dollars. And I ain't even got to most of this yet. Access and that access is prices. Then at the White House, the White House conference, the lady, the one that be speaking when the news people come in, when at the White House conference, she tried to say Trump gave up a lot to be president. Oh, really? He gave up a lot to be president? Well, when I heard her say that person, when I hear somebody say that he gave up a lot to be president, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. He didn't give up nothing. He kept his freedom by becoming president because he had cases on it and convictions and even more cases on him. He kept his freedom by becoming president. And now for all the people that voted for him, guess what? He's raping you. Straight up. Straight up. He gave up a lot to be president. She even said he lost half of his wealth, or almost lost his life, and she said he suffered a lot to be there. So now you want to talk about he gave up a lot to be president, and in his life, and talking about almost lost his life. But here go the thing about that. Let me show you this. Here go the thing. Watch this. Well, last take. Well, let's take a look. This is what Forbes said. This ain't me saying it. I'm referring to these people because this is what the people say. This is what the people see. These are professional people. They know what they're doing. This is what Forbes had to say. His name is Dan Alexander. Look him up and look up the writing on that, what he said. Look up at the Wall Street Journal and see what they had to say about it. And look at the Supreme Court and look what they did at Harvard. Okay, Dan Alexander, because he tracked Trump, because he tracks Trump's wealth, and he does the numbers for Forbes. Now this dude, he tracks Trump's wealth. He do all the numbers for Forbes, not just for Trump, but for Forbes. Period. He do the numbers for Forbes. He said since Trump first term in 2021, March of 2021, he had $2.4 billion. He had $2.4 billion. Okay, and this was March of 2021. But he said that he lost over half his wealth. This is the lie she get up there and tell. But today, you know what he got now today? 5.4 billion. So he more than doubled what he had in 2021 in 4 years. So in 4 years, he'd have made $3 billion. But you want to get up here and lie and tell the people he lost over half his wealth. I don't know what makes these people think that we can't look this stuff up and see it. But they think the American people are stupid. That's why they want to keep you dumb. That's why they want to keep you out of Harvard. That's why they want to keep you out these colleges and these schools. That's why they want to take out the history out the book. That's why they want to take history out the country, because they want you to be dumb and don't know, so they could get up here and tell these lies and for you to believe it. Okay, so he'd have made $3 billion since 2021. That's been in 4 years. So he'd have almost made $1 billion a year. Okay, and then it says he has more than doubled his network. That's a fact. And according to Bloomberg, I'm quoting somebody else. I'm quoting, this is another one for you. According to Bloomberg, okay, Bloomberg, Trump's family made, this is the family now. We were just talking about Donald at first. Now we're talking about the family. Trump's family has made roughly $1 billion in paper games alone. You didn't hear me. I didn't say a million. Trump's family made over $1 billion in paper games alone in crypto. And now check this out. Here go the thing. This is why we want all these people down here at this in London, Virginia, for all these foreigners to come up out here so they could invest in my crypto, my Mimi coin, and then guess what? Watch this. In the crypto, Trump has a coin. Trump has a coin. That's number one. We know Trump got the Mimi coin. The first lady has a coin. Okay. Eric Trump has a coin. Okay. And after a $2 billion crypto deal in Dubai, it seems to me he is doing the same thing he accused of Hillary Clinton of doing in 2016. All of them got a crypto coin. So they out here balling. They doing their thing. They make while they making billions, the American people was out here starving. And all this stuff y'all can look up. Today, I even broke down where the source is coming from. I broke down sources to y'all. So there's no way in God's earth that y'all couldn't understand what I'm saying or see where I'm coming from. This ain't just me. Folks might think, oh, he's a hater, he's this, he's that. No, I ain't. I'm just a truth teller. Yeah, family. But man, I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate if y'all like, share, subscribe, comment. It's always appreciated. I always, man, ain't nothing but much love. Like I say, I appreciate y'all for putting up with me when I disappeared for a minute, man. And it's an honor to have y'all and for y'all to still stay subscribed to me. I really appreciate all that. Believe me, I do. But man, this stuff, man, I done broke down stuff today, man. I'm gonna bring it home for y'all, and then I'm gonna get out of here. But the first thing about South Africa, they sit up and lied on them people. They lied and said South Africa was killing thousands of white farmers, and they take you through this thing with all these grave sites, with over 1,000 graves with these white crosses sitting up here, and you see a line of people, and Trump sit up in there in the Oval Office telling lies, talking about this is what's happening in South Africa, and they out there killing their own people. I told y'all before, anytime America get ready to want to go to war or go to engaging and tripping off of people, the first thing they try to do is say that they killing their own people. It happened with Gaddafi, it happened with Saddam, it happened with many more with these same things. But them graves that y'all was seeing, like I said, that's a symbolic thing for the protesters. That's why the cars was lined up like they was. It was a symbolic thing. It wasn't that, oh, the South Africans is killing their own people. And the cold part, like I told y'all, they wasn't even in South Africa. He pulled up photos from the Congo. Now all them folks, the black folks that got slaughtered down there, that was killing each other down there in the Congo, that's what you seen on there. And you know, when you do your research, you go on there and you look at the pictures of the slaughter in the Congo. Guess what? You'll see that same photo that he had, and these photos with these people on it, talking about all these white people that then got killed, is a lie. And another reason he did it to be able to get them white South Africans over here in the country with no paperwork, don't got to stand in line like they tell the Mexicans and the Haitians and everybody else, the Africans, the Jamaicans, to stand in line for all the black people and wait. But guess what? But the white folks, he give them citizenship. Y'all come on over. They killing y'all. We gonna make up this outlandish story. And like I said before, that JD Vance cut that land deal with the people, so because they knew they was gonna steal the farmers' land out here in America. They steal the farmers' land over 40,000 acres, and that's where they gonna put them white South Africans at. That's what they're gonna do and get them over here. And he want to get thousands more of them over here. But in order to do that, you got to have a reason to say why you just giving them citizenship and why you let them over here. And that's why they lie on South Africa and say that all these murders is happening down over in South Africa. And you, the president, you're supposed to do your job and do your research to make sure, authenticate these pictures to make sure that all this stuff is going on in South Africa. That's why when the black South African president was sitting there, he already knew. He's like, man, well, I ain't never seen that before. He said, man, where is that at? He said, I'm gonna have to look into that, because really, he know that ain't South Africa. That's the Congo. That's one thing. Then I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna move along because I'm just bringing it all home and break it down in lame and simple terms. Then down in Harvard, you go over there. You gonna tell them people in Harvard that they got so many days, 72 hours to respond to this list that y'all sent over here about the international students, and you was trying to make it to where the international students could enroll in Harvard. They couldn't enroll in Harvard, but the federal judge gave a temporary restraining order on that. Then them students, a lot of them students went on to graduate and stuff like that. But the reason why you messing with Harvard, I don't see you messing with none of them white colleges, but you want to mess with the black colleges, so to mess up their funding and stuff like that, because you know that you got a lot of smart people that come out of that institution. So you want to diminish it and try to keep the people out of it, so Harvard could struggle with their attendance and stuff like that, and they could lose money from that. That's your whole purpose for worried about Harvard. All of a sudden, you worried about Harvard when you got all this tariffs and Americans starving out here and all this stuff going on. You wondering about people getting an education. You don't want people to get an education for the simple fact because you know if they get any type of education, they gonna have the type of mind to speaking like me and be free thinkers and tell the truth and speak truth to power. That's what's going on with that. And then all this with this crypto dinner. This crypto dinner is all a money grab. You got 1.3, at least 1.3 million for just mentioning it. For just mentioning it. Then you turn right back around after you mention it. People got to pay to get in your hotel. People got to pay to come to your golf course. People got to pay for dinners. People got to pay to get your ear to talk to you, which the pundits say is priceless. And you talking to foreigners about these crypto, and you get money like that. So you're making money all the way around. And then not only that, your family made over $1 billion in paper games with crypto. Okay. And then you turn back around after that. Each one of them got a crypto coin of their own. So I don't know what to say, man. All I can say is everything that he does from these last few videos that I've been speaking on with you guys, family. These last few videos that I've been speaking on stuff that's showing you how this man is raping folks, getting all the cash, don't care nothing about your family, don't care about me, don't care about your kids, don't care about me, don't care nothing about your grandkids, or and so on and so on. So really, I'm just putting y'all up on what's going on, what he's doing. Man, hey, like, share, comment, subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Like I say, like, share, comment, subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it, man. Much love to y'all, family. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate y'all sticking in there with me, man, and being subscribed to me. And ain't nothing but much love, just much love. And I'm gonna keep on bringing y'all the truth because I'm a truth teller. All I know is to tell the truth. All this stuff that I spoke about is being researched on. So, and anything that I'm talking about, look it up. I gave you Bloomberg. I gave you the federal judge. I forgot the name. I gave you the Wall Street Journal. I gave you different people that you can look on and see. And then the spokesman for the White House. I told you what she said, and then I showed you where she was lying at, talking about he gave up a lot to be president. No, you making a whole bunch of cash being president in fast cash. And I talked about some other investments that he made out of the country on my last video. I talked about a lot of investments that the man made into where they stand and make these billions of dollars. So all I could do is keep it real with y'all. I appreciate y'all, family. Like I said again, Like, share, subscribe. Much love. AK International. I'm out. Hey, matter of fact, y'all enjoy your Memorial Day. Make sure y'all have a great Memorial Day and be safe out there. I'm out.